Hello everyone. Welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we will learn Chapter 2 Noun Part 3. We have already discussed first and second part of noun in our earlier sessions, in which we discussed about the definition, the types of noun and the categorization of noun into 3 sections. Also, we read some rules related to noun and the verb which are used with that particular form of noun. Here, we'll move further with some other rules of noun and its basic concepts. Let's begin with the session now. Now here we have another rule of noun. If two nouns are connected with the preposition, we convert the previous noun. Now what does it mean? Suppose we have to convert a singular noun into plural form and we have compound nouns. It is a concept of compound noun. Now what are compound nouns? Compound nouns are actually when two nouns are connected with each other with the help of a preposition. For example, if I say mother-in-law, so this is a compound noun. Now, if I have to convert this into plural form, there is a rule or there is a trick. For example, if we have two nouns and both the nouns are connected with a preposition. Preposition is like of, in, at, by, on, over, and so on. Now, if two nouns are connected with preposition, we do the change only in the first noun. It means we make plural of first noun and not the second one. Now, if it is written sister-in-law, and I have to convert this word into plural form, I will add s to the word sisters and not in-laws. So it should be like sisters-in-law. Same way mother-in-law, the plural of it is mothers-in-law and not the mother-in-laws. Commander-in-chief will be converted into plural form as commanders-in-chief, not commander-in-chiefs. So there are various other compound nouns like prime minister. We convert the word prime minister into plural form as prime ministers. But if two nouns are connected with each other with the help of a preposition, we do the change only in the first noun. Now we have another rule related to compound noun and its plural form is, again, when two nouns are connected with preposition and both the nouns are same, we do not convert any in plural. For example, again we have a noun and noun on both the side of a preposition, both the sides of a preposition. We do not convert this word into plural if both of these nouns are same. For example, if X is written over here, it should be written over here as well. They should not be the different word. For example, if I say day by day, so it should be day by day, not days by days. If I write days by days, that will be incorrect. Here we have some words like day by day, word for word, page after page, door to door, and so on. You can find such error in a sentence. For example, he wandered country after countries. Is this correct? No, it should be country after country. If I say he read pages after pages of the novel, is this correct? No, it is not correct. It is incorrect. To rectify it, we should write page after page. So the correct sentence will be, he read page after page of the novel, not pages after pages. Now let's have some other rule of it. Now there are some incorrect uses of noun, or you can say we use nouns incorrectly. If I say cousin sister or cousin brother, that is incorrect. as we have already seen that the cousin word is a common gender. So we do not use cousin, sister or brother. Instead, we use cousin. For example, he went to temple with his cousin brother. Now, is this sentence correct? No, the sentence is incorrect. Why? Because we cannot use the word brother with the word cousin. So the correct sentence will be like he went to temple with his cousin. Now, big blunder. It is again an incorrect usage. Just because blunder represents the big mistake. Blunder means big mistake. Now, if it is itself a big mistake, we cannot use the word big over here or an adjective big over here. It will make us superfluous. Now, we cannot ask anyone his name like, what's your good name? Though we use it in a speaking very much, but that is grammatically incorrect. Obviously, a name that our family keeps of us is good. The family doesn't keeps our name like a good name and a bad name. We have only a name and that is very, very good. So we should not ask anyone that what is your good name. Instead, we should ask what's your name or what's your name. Now, here again we have a word final conclusion. Well, conclusion is actually the end of something. Then how can it be a final? It is of course a final conclusion. It is of course final. So we cannot use the word final over here because it will make us superfluous. So we can use only conclusion. That what's the conclusion of this situation now? Not the final conclusion, because final is actually the word conclusion. Now some other forms of plural. Now we have some other forms of plural as well. For example, if we have a word brother, so brother can have two plurals. One is brothers and other is brethren. Now brothers is used for the brothers who are in blood relation. But brethren is stand for same profession. Same profession, or you can say person who belongs to the same category, to the same profession, to the same community, to the same religion. They are brother in themselves. But here as well we cannot use brethrens because brethren is itself a plural form. So we cannot write brethren as singular or brethrens as plural. Brethren is plural word. Now we have word cloth. Cloth can have two plurals, clothes and cloths. Now clothes is used for stitched clothes and cloths for unstitched. Now we have some more kind of plurals. For example, if I talk about some word like if I write a word like foot, the plural of foot is feet. The plural of tooth is teeth. The plural of mouse is mice. The plural of child is children. The plural of men is men, M-E-N, men. The plural of women is women. The plural of ox is oxen. There are several other methods as well to convert a singular noun into plural form. For example, there are several words that ends with on or um. We replace on or um with a and the word converts into plural. For example, if we have the word memorandum or phenomenon or criterion, the word ends with these words end with on or um. We replace this on or um with a and the words convert into plural. For example, memoranda. Memorandum may convert into plural like memoranda. Phenomenon as phenomena, criterion as criteria, and so on. There are many words which end with US. We replace US with I and the word converts into plural. For example, radius, the plural of it is radii, fungus, fungi, or there are several other words as well like this. Now we'll do an exercise based on noun, or we will do some questions on what we have already read. Now, types of questions based on noun. First, you can encounter with the type of question like identify the noun. You have to identify the noun in the sentence, that what type of noun is it. Identify a noun in the following sentence. The cat chased the mouse. Now, you have to identify that which word in this sentence is a noun. We can see the word cat and mouse. Both of these words are nouns. So cat and mouse are nouns. So you can see here the answer that cat and mouse are noun. Now again you are asked a question, identify whether the following nouns are singular or plural. Now books are, in the case of book and books, book is singular, books are plural. Child is singular and children plural. So you can see the answer over here. Singular noun are book and child, whereas plural nouns are books and children. Determine if the following nouns are common or proper. Now city is a common noun. John is the name of a person, that is a proper noun. Country is again a common noun. Teacher is a common noun. And common gender as well. So common, city, country and teacher, whereas proper is John. Rewrite the following sentence with a possessive noun. The house of Smiths is big. Now we can write it like Smiths. Now Smiths already contains the word S in the end. So we just put apostrophe, not S again. So Smith's house is big. We can write the sentence like this. Smith's house is big. Identify the collective noun in the following sentence. Now we have to identify the collective noun. A group of birds flew overhead. Now here we have a group of birds, and group of birds is known as flock. So here we have answer flock. Flock is the collection of birds. Now determine the gender of following nouns. You have to identify or determine whether these nouns are masculine, feminine, neuter or common. Now we have word brother. Brother is of course a boy, so it's masculine gender. Sister is a feminine gender. Doctor is a common gender because it can be either male or female. Teacher again common gender. Nurse again common gender. So all these are common genders. Only brother and sister are masculine and feminine. So masculine brother, feminine sister, common nurse, doctor, and so on, and teacher. Identify the noun case of underlined word. The boy kicked the ball. Now what is the underlined word over here? Suppose the ball and boy. So ball and boy both are common noun. Both are common noun. Because here we cannot identify whether which boy we are talking about. Change the following nouns to their plural forms. Now tree can be converted into plural form like trees. Child is children. City. Now this word ends with Y. Now what we do, whenever we convert such word into plural form, we replace Y with IES. So cities. So it will be converted like this, cities. Now if we have a word like boy, it means the word ends with S, and immediately preceding it we have a vowel. Vowel means A-E-I-O-U, that you also call vowel. Now if a word ends with Y, we replace Y with IES and the word converts into plural form. But whenever we have a word that ends with I, And immediately before the last letter, that is Y, we have a vowel, that is A, E, I, O, U. So we just put S and the word converts into plural noun. For example, boys, toys, and so on. But if we have ladies, city, so it ends with Y, we replace Y with IES, that is ladies, cities, and so on, countries, babies. Now we have the word mouse, and mouse converts into plural like mice. We have also learned some other words which are predefined as plural. Now change the following nouns to their plural forms. We have already done. Change the following nouns to their possessive form. Now girl, the possessive form of it is girls, men's, cats, or dogs. Fill in the blank with the correct noun. He has 3. Now we have word 3. 3 is a number. Is a number, it means the noun that will come over here, it should be countable. Then it should be plural because 3 is plural, so it should be plural. Now if we look at the word coffee, coffee is uncountable. We can measure it, but we cannot count it. Chocolate, yes, of course we can count, but this is not plural. This is not plural over here. That's why it will not come. Tea is again uncountable. Now we have books. Yes, these are countable as well as plural. That is why this word is absolutely correct to be filled in this blank. So books is the correct answer. So he has 3 books. Now fill in the blank with the correct noun. We have already filled it. Choose the correct noun to complete the sentence. She bought a new. Now, new is an adjective. And adjective qualifies noun. It means the word which we require over here, which we need over here, should be a noun. Now, if we use the word dress, it is correct because this is a noun. Dresses is incorrect just because though dresses are noun, but A represents 1 and 1 is used for singular. So dresses cannot be used over here because dresses are plural. Dressing cannot be used. Dressing means something else, or dressed is an adjective. It is an adjective. So the correct word to be used over here is dress. A option. So A option is absolutely correct. Now, we have another exercise now. There are several sentences which are written, which might be written incorrect. What we have to do, we have to just spot the errors, that what is the error in the sentence. So you can say, we have to just identify the part that contains error. So that part will be your answer. So these type of questions you can encounter in your exam. The first sentence is, the king was embarrassed to find evidences against his own queen. Now we have already learned that evidences are uncountable, or whether they are singular or plural, the spelling remains same, that is evidence. It is same in both the cases, whether countable, whether singular or plural. So here the word should be, the answer should be B, that is evidence. He waved us a goodbye as he boarded the train which disappeared into the tunnel. So, a goodbye, should not be used over there. Because goodbye is just a word, we cannot count goodbye. Goodbye is uncountable. So, remove A before this. A small parcel of novels is better than none. The sentence is absolutely correct. A small parcel of novels is absolutely correct because parcel is correct collective noun of novels. So the sentence contains no error, that is no error. Now at the request of defense attorney, the jury was called and their individual verdicts were recorded. Now in this sentence, we have a word jury. Jury is actually a collective noun. Now let us see this concept. This is very important. Now, collective nouns are always considered singular because collective noun is a group of something. So, collective noun is always considered singular So we use singular form of verb with it. We use singular form of verb with it. And it is also considered neuter gender just because it is non-living or it is a group representing the entire. So it is considered neuter gender as well. For example, if I write this bunch of key is made of gold. It is very expensive. Now look at this sentence very carefully. Here we have used the word bunch. Bunch is actually the group of keys. First of all, the bunch of bunch of keys should be there. It should not be bunch of key. Instead, it should be bunch of keys, because bunch is actually the group of something. And whenever we are having a group of, it should be of plural noun. It should not be of singular noun. We cannot say army of soldier. One soldier does not create army. There should be soldiers. Then the army will be created. Then the group will be created. So this bunch of keys. Now, in this sentence, we are talking about bunch. And bunch is a collective noun. And we always consider collective noun as singular. So bunch of keys is, the word is absolutely correct over here. Made of gold. It is made of gold. Now bunch stands for collective noun. So we have used a singular form of verb. Now bunch is also considered neuter gender. Because it is a collective noun, it is neuter gender. So we have used the word it for this, because bunch is a collective noun and collective noun are always considered neuter gender. Now this is one part of this. Now another part is that whenever the collective noun is used in distributed form, whenever it is used in distributed form, we use plural verb with it. How? When a collective noun is used in distributed form, it means whenever we are not talking about the collective noun as a group, but we are talking about the members or the contents in it. For example, if I say the team is playing to make India win, it means team is doing teamwork, is working all together. But if I say the team are changing their uniform, it means the team is not changing. In fact, the members in the team are changing their uniforms. The players in the team are changing their uniforms, not the team. And they will change their uniforms individually. They have different and separate uniforms. That's why that particular collective noun is in distributed form right now. So there we use plural form. Now, if in this sentence we see, at the request of defense attorney, the jury was called and their individual verdicts. Now you can see here the word written, their individual verdicts, means their individual verdicts or opinion were recorded. So we are not talking about jury over here. In fact, the jury is the group of judges. So we are talking here about the judges that are in that jury. So we are talking about judges, and judges are plural. That's why at the request of defense attorney, the jury were called. Here was should be replaced with were, because here the jury has been used in distributed form. So you can say the jury is plural over here, and hence plural verb were will be required. Now my brother goes to the office 5-day week. It should be 5 days a week, not 5 day a week, but instead it should be 5 days a week. So the error is in C part. Also, we should not write the before office. We cannot write the before office because he's saying he's going to the same office for the work only. Now, slow and steady owns the race. Now, owns is not suitable over here. Instead, we should use wins the race. So the correct use will be wins. Owns is actually the possession that he owns this bungalow. Their owns is correct, but here wins is correct. It does not make any sense. A time slot of 15 minutes a time slot of 15 minutes are allowed to each speaker. Now, a time slot, we are talking about time slot, which is singular. So, are should be replaced with is. My friend's daughter-in-laws have come. Now, we already know that how to convert daughter-in-law into plural form. It should be not laws, it should be daughters-in-law. So, the error will be in part B. The writer of this poetry is Wordsworth. The writer of this poetry, not poetry, it is poem. The writer of poem is Wordsworth. One of the assistant was Alfred. Now, if we say one of the, so the noun which comes after this phrase, one of the, it should be plural noun. Because we can pick out or we can select from many, not one from one. We can select one from at least two. For example, we can say one of the two boys, one of the three children, one of the students from the class. One of the students in the class. So one of the students in the class represents the entire number of students. So we can select one from them. But if I say one from one, it is not correct. If the assistant is only one, how can we select one from it? It is only one. So it should be one of the assistants. So here A part contains the error. So one of the assistants will be correct. Now their all belongings were lost in the fire. This should be written like all their belongings. All comes prior to the possessive case. The memoranda are on the table. The sentence is absolutely correct. Actually, memorandum is singular. As I told you, words that end with um or on, we replace um or on with a and the word converts into plural. So we just replace this um and we'll put a and the word converts into plural noun. That is memoranda. And memoranda is plural. That is why we have used are. The sentence is absolutely correct. So D will be the correct answer. That is no error. So here D will be the correct answer. Her parents has not permitted her to marry Sunil. Now parents are plural. So has should be removed with have because parents are plural. Now all these errors will definitely help you out in spotting errors. Also in improving the sentences which you find in your exam whenever you are going to take any exam. I hope this session will be beneficial to you all. We'll meet in the next session now. Thank you very much.